All right. All right, yeah, here we go. We're live. I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to get started. That's fine, man. Go ahead. Yeah, that's what I said. I said I'm going to get started. All right, what is up, everyone? And thank you for checking out Don't Say the F Word. We are a pro wrestling and combat sports podcast. We do not use the F word when we talk about professional wrestling. Shouldn't let your friends use it either. You know what else shouldn't let your friends do? Just check out corporate sponsored podcasts and content creators. You know, all those corporate backed YouTube channels. You know, the money shills, those guys. Dude, what are you doing? I got this. Yeah. All those corporate puppets. Yeah, not like me, not like a real puppet. I mean those shills that you see all the time on YouTube, just jamming up your suggested feed with their weird shock expressions on their face and their thumbnails. Yeah, who just looks like that? Nobody looks like that. It's manufactured. They're all a bunch of puppets, not cool puppets either. Yeah, we don't like those guys. Go support some independent content creators, independent podcasts. That's what the whole platform is meant for. It's not meant for corporations to be controlling everything you watch, everything you read, everything you see. You guys saying something because they're getting paid for it. Dude, what are you doing? I'm. This is the beginning of my villain arc. Anyway, yeah. So go ahead. You guys, not that like they're all bad. It's just that someone's paying them to say what they're saying. So that's inherently not good. So yeah, I say just check out some different things. Joe, are you there?
I'm right here. What's up?
I can't see you. There we go. There you are.
Oh, you can't see me. Cool.
Yeah. Joe, did you know that a good chunk of the massive YouTube channels are backed by private equity firms?
When that happened?
It's been going on for years. So like the huge channels, the ones that you see just kind of blow up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden they got like professional equipment and great lighting and good script, and it's all edited nice and seamlessly. Yeah, someone's paying for that. And generally speaking, you're dealing with big corporations paying for that. And then things get watered down, it gets diluted. This thing starts to look like that thing. This guy made this video that was wildly successful. So now this other guy over here is making a very similar thing. And then all of a sudden, there's no more creativity, Joe. Everything becomes a copy of a copy of a copy, and nothing's original anymore. Everything's just got weird shocked face all over their thumbnail because it worked for Mr. Beast. Everything's a challenge. I'm gonna do this thing because this guy ate nothing but blue food, so I'm gonna do it. And everything's just not great anymore. It just feel like there's less creativity in the world, and it's getting even worse.
Why you say it's getting worse? Why is that?
Because now everything's AI. You got AI apps that can just do a podcast. You just put an idea into an app, and it'll make a podcast with people having a conversation. Pretty soon, you're not going to know if what you're listening to is even real people.
You got to realize you can't get paid for the AI on YouTube or any other podcast.
It doesn't matter, Joe. They don't have to get monetized on YouTube. Corporations are going to pay them to make it. You're going to have people who are going to use Google's Notebook LM, and they're just going to take stuff and they're going to put it in there, and they're just going to make a podcast. And they're going to pretend that they're real people, and you're not going to know.
Also, wait. They do got now camera and voice recognition with AI generated. So
that's true. But you're still going to have companies that are going to pay these guys to make a podcast and just have it on Spotify where it's just audio, no video. And they're going to pay for an ad on there, and it's not even real people having a conversation. It's going to happen, Joe. It's probably already there. There's probably already podcasts on Spotify that are being funded by a private equity firm that have no real people having a conversation. It's probably already there. And don't go thinking it's weird that I'm judging the fact that they may have a podcast with no real people. And I'm a puppet, but I'm a puppet, Joe. I'm not a robot. I'm not AI.
So you not in your philosophy.
I'm imagination intelligence.
So in your philosophy, you're saying they can make a AI program having, we'll just say, a 45 to an hour conversation, two people talking about something for that long?
Yes, absolutely. I can tell you that I know for a fact it can absolutely be done. You want to know how I know?
Okay, let's hear the tea. Yes.
Come closer, Joe. I've watched the big guy do it for his actual job, where he made a training video, and there's no real people involved in that video. That's true. That's 100% facts. Yeah, yeah. And I seen him do it. The first thing I thought, someone's going to take someone's article about whatever thing. Pick an obscure thing. Let's just say it's pro wrestling. Someone's going to take someone's article about pro wrestling, and they're going to do what you did. I'm not going to do it. And they're going to make it a podcast. And then when they do that, my job's going out the window, Joe. AI is coming for my job. AI is not coming for your job, Mark. I don't think you can't be replaced by AI. How do you know? I'm pretty confident. I think I'm in control of the situation. I'm just saying it can happen, and it's scary, Joe. I'm afraid of AI.
I could say this. I
Bunch
might
of
be
fighters.
wrong. No, I could say this. In your mind, you may think I may be wrong, but I'm 100% positive sure that nobody can take you away except for maybe one, two, maybe number three, but I don't know about the third person. That kind of cuckoo, but that's a whole other conversation right there. But just
Hey, Joe, these clankers, they're coming for our jobs. Did you say clankers? Yeah, the AI bots. They're clankers. I'm not.
Wait.
I don't know if you can.
Talk about the machine plinker, like you're working out plinker, or
No, clankers. No, like robots. AI, the bots, the clankers. That sounds like a slur. It is. Oh. Well, what if one of the AI bots is offended that you're calling them a clanker? Anyone who would be offended absolutely should be offended.
Well, just for my amusement, is clankers even trademarked? Because that could be a good word, trademark.
I don't know. But should we make a shirt? Death to AI, stop the clankers.
Nah.
You know what? I could make that shirt, and I could use AI to make the design. That'd be funny.
That'd be funny.
You know what, though? He's not wrong. Well, he's wrong for some of the things he said there. I don't know that you can call the AI bots clankers, but it's funny as hell. He's right, Joe.
Oh, it's trademarked by Clone Wars? What? For real? Never mind.
There we go. Guess we can't do clankers. Someone's probably already using it. Someone is probably already using AI to run their entire YouTube channel or Spotify podcast, whatever it may be. Because you absolutely can do it. Definitely doable. 100% doable. Probably a very little effort, too. The advancements, what they're doing with AI is things are happening rapidly. Like Nano Banana with Gemini is pretty spectacular at making an image. In fact, I will use it to make the thumbnail for this episode.
Oh, dang. Okay. Go ahead. Do it.
And I'll do it while we're doing the show. But yeah, I definitely think someone's going to use AI to completely do their podcast. So I encourage everyone to support small independent podcasters who aren't backed by a private equity firm, who, maybe every thumbnail is not a shocked face doing some nonsense, which I don't know how that became the trend.
Oh, simple.
Other than it worked for Mr. Beast, so everyone copies it, which is Mark's point. If it worked for this guy who's got a whole bunch of corporate sponsors and is definitely a cog in the machine, then they're just going to have everyone else replicate it to try and generate the exact same kind of success. Then everyone's doing the exact same type of content, and then all of a sudden, nothing's original anymore.
Well, I would say Mr. Beast been doing a thumbnail before he became Mr. Beast, famous Mr. Beast that everybody knows of. But
well, it wasn't always a shocked face thing. Like, he went into detail in that whenever he was on Rope. He talked about how they realized that these ones with certain styles of thumbnails were the most successful, so they just kept trying to replicate it and do things differently. But you see, as trends change, they evolve and they become a different thing. But then you have everyone follow suit and everyone does very similar to people who are successful. I will say with this podcast, I fell into that a little bit initially out the gate. I mean, once upon a time, there was a green screen behind me, and I was using the all the streaming things and had frame around me and pop-ups. I don't do any of that shit. None of it. It's not authentic. It's not a real conversation. I'd rather just have your big head on the screen than have editing and do all that. It's not. It's not an authentic conversation.
Okay, cool. I mean, my head would do something like.
It's the Weekend Wrestling Show, Joe.
Yeah.
I said avoid the shocked face channels, TikTok energy. Yeah, you know what? I did a TikTok for the podcast, and man, I've never kept up with it. I couldn't tell you last time I posted for the TikTok. It was all just very similar to what we do for Instagram, the reels and whatnot. It's just not my gig. I'm a man in his mid-40s. That's not for me. And I'm never gonna, other than if I do it ironically with a cartoon. I'm not gonna do no shocked face thumbnails. It's the gayest looking shit. It just is. And again, I'm a man in my 40s, so I could say something looks gay and it ain't derogatory, so don't come trying to cancel me. You can't cancel me. I don't care about your opinions. But it just looks so stupid. I've unfollowed the content creators who I like because they started doing shocked face thumbnails. I told you that before, right, Joe? I just straight up stopped watching. I'm like, you're gonna do these thumbnails. I'm not trying to watch. You know, I have my.
Too bad for them, huh?
Yeah. Right.
I still watch some of them, even if the shots faces.
Yeah, Trunk said, green screen's sweet though. You can do some cool shit with a green screen. You really can.
You can.
But I had one set up. It'd be behind me way back early days. And I'd do pop-ups and change the background and have video run behind. Just nah. I'd rather have that's me. That's all my stuff. That's me. Wrestling Cartel is joining us, just getting in here. Big shout out to Wrestling Cartel, another independent content creator, not backed by a private equity firm. As Mark is saying, that's a bad thing. Joe, before we get into the Weekend Wrestling,
all right.
Before we get into the title of the episode, asked the question was Survivor Series 2025, the worst PLE of 2025. Before we get into that, I want to know, how much fun have you been having with your meta quest?
Oh, okay. Well, I've been having a little bit of fun lately. Okay, like I told you the other day. So the boxing glove, the golden glove, yeah, that one. So
yeah.
So I got it in my living room, so it got my whole surrounding, so it knows the diagram and everything. So one day I was boxing, doing a little boxing. Here we go. This is gonna make your day. I know it's gonna make your day. So, so like I said, when I duck down like this, with a guard up, getting ready, the little crit, whatever you want to call it, kept hitting me, blocking. I ducked down like, And then that's when I got back up. Actually stood up and like, bow. And then, bow. Now, if you got a ceiling fan in the living room, you about to know where I'm getting at. But, so, the bow. I hear the little chain, the cord hanging from the ceiling fan. Boom, it hit the little lamp part of it. And then next thing you know, I hear my kid like, "You hit the fan!" I'm like, oh. And then that's when I'm like, ooh, I bet. Because the way it's the whole entire game. I couldn't see nothing else.
So it wasn't mixed reality. It was full VR immersion.
Yeah.
So you were in the boxing ring boxing.
Yeah.
You threw an uppercut and hit your ceiling fan. That's it. So that's Golden Gloves boxing. Really cool game. There's mixed reality elements where you can set up your own boxing gym in your living room and like move your heavy bag and speed bag around and train. But then you can also get in the ring and box. And big shout out to those guys because that's an independent gaming developer made that game. And I do still have, if anybody out there, regular fans of the show, if you guys pick up a MetaQuest, not only do I have a referral code that'll get you 30 hours of credits to buy games, I have a couple more codes for the Golden Gloves boxing. So Wrestling Cartel, Trunks, you guys pick up a MetaQuest in this holiday season, I'll let your boy. I might be able to get you 30 hours of credits and a game. You guys can join Golden Gloves boxing.
Hurry up right now at Target. It's $249 with a $50 gift card. MetaQuest 3, 3S, 120 gigabytes.
I think the 3S is a good entry point in VR. I have the 3S. I went with the 3S as opposed to the 3 because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it. Now that I've owned it for a few months now, I would have been happy with the money spent on the 3 also. It's some of the most fun I've had gaming, and as a middle-aged gamer, sometimes you need something to help pull you into some games because gaming is not as fun as it used to be. But I do feel like VR gaming brings back that childhood joy of playing a video game where sometimes it's just hard to stop grinning from ear to ear playing some of these games. Like, this is just fun. I'm just having fun.
Yeah, so I would say some of the games, that I've been playing feel like a workout too when you're doing it. Like, so like that.
There are good workout games, like just to get up and get moving. And there's some. I mean, Boxing Underdog, doing some of those fights, I've gotten completely gassed. My cardio is just taking a dump. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I can't get anywhere. Especially now they have where you can create your own fighter, post it for people to fight your fighter. Someone made a guy like Ivan Drago and gave him ridiculous stats. And man, I got my ass beat. It was a rough go.
Yeah. I would say a little, and that training process, that's a good thing right there now.
Have you played any of the shooting games? You played Population 1 or Forefront? Forefront's pretty cool. It's like Battlefield in VR.
I ain't played them yet. Not yet.
Population 1's cool. It's kind of like Fortnite.
Okay. I could do the Fortnite, yeah.
Fortnite new season launched last night. No more Simpsons map, which is a bummer.
Damn.
Yeah. Me and your sister, we played the hell out of that Simpsons map. We were a little bummed that it changed, but we're trying out the new season. Now, Joe, before we dig deep, was Survivor Series WarGames the worst PLE of 2025?
No, it wasn't the worst one. No, it was still good. I would say WrestlePalooza was worse than WarGames.
Oh my God! Trump said he's deleting Fortnite because the trailer started off with 6-7. So I have a theory that I think Epic Games started the lie that there was a trend of kids going 6-7, to help create the meme to go along with the new season 4 because you're going from season 6 to season 7.
Yeah, and that's where you gotta be careful out there.
Was your daughter ever the one 6'7" before the news started talking about it?
She would. It was about 2 months. She did over 2 months. So I say she been doing it before it hit the news. Before it hit the news, she started.
I think it was a social experiment from Epic Games to help ingrain the transition from season 6 to season 7 into people's minds. Like that's my new conspiracy theory.
Yeah,
Epic Games is behind 6-7.
Yeah, I'll say mostly because her classmates in school they just started coming home one day saying, "What's 4 plus 4?" I'm like 8. What's 4 plus 7? 4 plus 3, 7. So what's 3 plus 3? 6. So what's 6 plus 1? 6 plus 1, 7. 6, 7. I'm like,
Trump said his son's been doing it for 2 years.
Yeah, it's been out long. They said it was out longer, but now it just really came
Damn,
back.
that ruins my conspiracy theory. As y'all can tell, I ain't never around no children. So I ain't around kids.
Yeah, I'll say maybe about 3 to 4 months. She been saying it somewhere around that time frame.
Did you see the video I sent you of the Grinch?
I did see the video of the Grinch, yes.
These kids came up to the Grinch and hit him with the 6-7, and he went 8-9. Messed the whole shit up.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it might last for a while.
I don't know. I mean, again, I'm old, so I vividly remember being in school for the Cornholio episode of Beavis and Butthead. So I know how long some of these things can stick around. Or, Chappelle Show, whenever we were all going to work, just yelling lines from the Chappelle Show at each other.
Mm-hmm. Them days are gone.
Trunk says it's so out of control, schools are banning it and priests are calling it a satanic cult. Well, hell, that's one surefire way to get me on board with 6-7. Yeah, when you're telling me it's a satanic cult, man, it becomes appealing.
I don't know about satanic
Or
cult.
they minister,
Yeah, but I'll say it die out here soon, but what do I know? I pick up kids from school, and all I hear is, what is 44 plus 23? 67. 6-7.
There you go, Joe. Told you I would make the thumbnail while doing the episode.
Man, that was fast.
Just took the thing I did for the small podcast Saturday and had them switch it to being WarGames. I think it did a decent job.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. So you say WarGames wasn't the worst PLE?
WrestlePalooza.
WrestlePalooza was the worst for you. Was WarGames better than WrestleMania?
I can't say because that's WrestleMania 2 nights, but I'll say, yeah, I don't want to say it's better, but I want to say it's better now. But definitely better than WrestlePalooza, yeah.
What's not hitting for you in WWE right now, Joe?
What is not hitting?
Like right now, I mean, like WarGames is getting drug.
Yes, I know.
Cuban Gorilla Wrestling Cartel said worst PLE of 2025. It gave him 2018, 2019 WWE vibes. I think that might be a little harsh. Now, don't get me wrong. I think WarGames delivered as I expected it to. Complete dog shit. Like I said, this isn't going to be good, and it was not good. But what's missing? What's not hidden?
Okay, what's not hidden? Okay, we'll start with the main one. You want people to pay $30 for 5 matches? You need more than 5 matches for $30. That's the main one right there.
So you're saying the value is not there for watching PLEs at home?
5 matches for $30. They need to at least make it like. I'll be okay if they made it 7. I'll be cool with 7 matches for $30.
Okay.
Next, I would say it's kind of predictable. You know it's going to happen. Exactly. Predictable, you know. But sometimes they switch. But sometimes I give them credit. They do switch it up. So, hey, I can't be mad about that. But majority of the time, you know it's going to happen. Now, as for the Judgment Day and everybody else helping out Dom last night, I really wasn't expecting that. But hey, maybe it's the girls, but not the whole Judgment Day.
I texted you last night.
Mm-hmm.
They got me. They worked me on that one. I thought Dom got hurt. I was thinking, no way. They did that spot, and Dom gets hurt in one of Cena's last matches, and they're going to have to call an audible. Like, what the hell are the odds of that? Nah, it just worked me.
Nah.
Which, I loved it. I love when I get worked.
I could say this. The only reason why I knew it would work is the medical that came down. They were very young. They didn't look old like the medical staff. So I could just tell right there by the medical staff, it wasn't real. It was work.
Drunk says he knew immediately that he didn't get hurt because the ref didn't make the X, so he knew it was all part of the plan. But, like, Penta just got hurt, and they didn't throw out the X. When Seth got hurt, no Axius finished the match. But Penta got hurt, and they didn't throw up the X. They just stopped it. And that was Penta getting hurt, and Penta was supposed to win.
Yeah. It's different. It's different when it comes to the X. They mostly stop it for, like, blood scenario that they really think is, like, ugh, maybe stop it. So they banded it up for the blood. Now, like, your shoulder or your legs, that's why they give you, like, a good 2 to 5 minutes to see if you can recover from it in time to keep going on with the match. But if you got medical staff filling your arm where they know exactly where, and you get to say, I can pop it back into place live on television. Nah. They don't want to take that risk. And let's say you do pop it back into play. How would you go on further knowing that you just pop your shoulder back into place? That kind of.
I mean, doing strongman, I pulled my shoulder out doing fireman carry. And just ripped it. And I had to get it kind of set back and taped back up to finish competing. So it's definitely doable. So when it comes to the value proposition of WWE, paying $30 a month to get it on ESPN, yes, if you're a sports fan, there's probably some value. So then you're getting WWE in addition to other things. And, 5 matches, with 2 of them being WarGames. I could see the argument that would be worth it had the WarGames matches been good.
Oh, last night there were only 4 matches altogether. 4. That's down.
Oh yeah, there was only 4.
There were only 4.
People are praising the women's WarGames match. I'm not seeing what other people are seeing, which I guess I probably wouldn't. But the only standout for me last night was Cena and Dom. And that was a good match. I had the right amount of silliness for Dom to take the belt off of John.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, honestly, I thought I said WarGames wasn't going to be a good match. That it wasn't going to hold up the blood and guts, and it did not. Neither of them did. But it really, really cements every complaint I've had about WWE over the last year and a half. Everything is much to do about nothing. There's nothing happening. AEW Blood and Guts 100% better than Survivor Series? Yes. I agree. Chunk said 2 out of 10 for this PLE.
Damn.
Yeah. Here's one thing I'll say to everybody. On our merch site, we have a shirt that says, "I would never pirate pro wrestling," and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I saw my friend, my other friend last night. He texted me. He was like, "Well, if you get ESPN, I'll pay you 15. We'll split it." I'm like, I don't know. I'll think about it. But I don't know.
Man, I'm not. This is where I'm with the boomers. As an elder millennial, I'm with the boomers. I ain't signing up for no more subscriptions.
Mhm.
I'm not doing it. I'm not setting up another account. I'm not creating no new password. I'm done. I'm sick of paying to not own things. I'm not paying. I'm not doing it. I might do the subscription for Global Comics.
Mhm. Oh, speaking of which, I'm on.
Trump says you can't own anything. Pirating is not a crime. Hey, if paying for it's not ownership, pirating it ain't stealing it.
Okay, this might be off topic here, but yesterday I was watching a video about the whole streaming service, and now if you look at it right now, we're basically paying what we complained about with cable.
Yeah.
And with the ads being the commercials, you're still getting it now. And then how they up the premiums and all that good fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They said we were better off with just cable and not having all these streaming service. And now you gotta realize that some of your movies or TV shows you want to see that they had on DVD, they took it off for tax write off. So you'd be lucky you got the DVD as of right now.
Here's another thing, is that they can change it. They can edit things out. They can take things away that maybe weren't problematic whenever they made it, but they'll take it out now because now someone's not happy that it's in there. They're rewriting history.
Mm-hmm.
WrestleMania 6. Roddy Piper versus Bad News Brown. Roddy Piper painted half his body black and cut a split personality promo. They took that shit out of WrestleMania 6. I'm not saying it's acceptable for Roddy Piper being blackface. I'm also not saying it's acceptable to just take it out of the damn program because it happened.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to take that out, but Brock Lesnar gets to be in the main event. He's named 47 times in an assault lawsuit. He gets to be in the main event.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I said, WarGames again, much to do about nothing as WWE has been for the past 18 months. Hype it up. All-Star. It's an all-star men's WarGames. Almost, 50% of the WarGames match were dudes in their mid-40s or older.
And they had a shark cage. Yeah.
Didn't do the shark cages, so you didn't create those tense moments. CM Punk is washed.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's not even me being negative toward Punk. Like I said, I like CM Punk. But you know what, man? 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, and AEW, whenever he had the whole press conference where he tore into Hangman Rampage, he said himself, he's old, he's tired, he's hurt. Man, he's always tired, he's hurt, man. He can't go. He can't hang in
I was surprised he went on that first 15 minutes by himself. Yeah, 15 minutes.
Brock is so juiced up, his eyeballs don't open. He's so puffy from being on the secret sauce, his eyes are closed.
Yeah, Brock.
He's enormous.
It's this, what they call it, his medical genes he had since a kid. He was big since age of 6.
Absolutely.
13.
He's genetically gifted, and he's on the secret sauce. But don't get me wrong, I'm an advocate for steroids. I think more people should be on them. I'm just saying Brock's eyeballs don't open because it's juiced to the gills. But I think, man, you look at that WarGames matchup, and like we talked about the teams, like, there's no reason to have CM Punk in a WarGames. There's no reason to have Cody Rhodes in a WarGames. Certainly no reason to have those guys teaming together on a team with Roman Reigns. Yeah, sure, we're probably getting Roman versus Cody 3 at WrestleMania. Seems to be what the setup was. This is the thing to start getting us there. Now, do we turn Cody heel on the way?
No.
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 So if it's Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania, who's the babyface? Who's the heel? There has to be one. There has to be a babyface. There has to be a heel. I'm not saying they're going to do this, but I'm just saying for you to pick. I'm saying if we're booking this, and I'm saying one of them's got to be the babyface, one of them has to be the heel. Who's going to play what role leading into WrestleMania?
Roman going to be the babyface. I mean, heel. Roman going to be the heel. My bad. Roman going to be the heel. There you go. Roman
how do you book him as a heel in 2026? Because all the fans want to do is acknowledge their tribal chief.
Mm-hmm. And that's how you do it.
How do you make him a heel, though? That's my struggle. So I agree with you. Roman should be the heel. Everybody's saying, oh, Cody should turn. I don't think he should. I just think he needs the right heel. And since Roman's been gone light, there's no good heel for Cody to be the hero.
His thing. Roman really ain't got to do nothing. He got his mouth. He's great on the microphone. He could just say whatever. He could be a heel right there on the spot, and people will agree with everything he said. He could go out there, win the match. Let's say he goes on and face Cody. He's telling Cody, you've been worthless since you had that title. You ain't been doing nothing with it. I defended it more times than you have and still won. And what you do? You lose to John Cena at the main event and then come back at SummerSlam. If I was Roman, Roman is going to just dog him to the T, and that will make him the heel of the story.
You want to know how I would book Roman as the heel? I agree with you. He's got his mouth. I would have Roman use that, and you're right, run Cody down. But not just run Cody down. I'd have Roman run the fans down. I'd have Roman come out there and go, you guys wanted Cody? Hashtag we want Cody? This is what you wanted? This is what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Guy who's the worst partner I've ever had. Guy who's drugged me down every time I've teamed up with him. Guys who's drugged this company down since he's been the champion. He's the prodigal son. He's the one you wanted. You could have had a once in a lifetime. You could have had me versus Dwayne. You guys wanted Cody so bad. And now that you got him, you don't want him anymore. Said, hey, Cody, sounds familiar, doesn't it? They wanted you champion so bad in AEW, and then they didn't want you anymore and sent you packing, and now they want to do the same thing to you here.
Mm-hmm. You know what else I would do? Well, there's one more thing I was throwing in there. I would tell Cody that you're just like Brock. You can't headline WrestleMania without me.
Yeah. I feel like, I've seen some of this before. I'm not too familiar with JD from New York, but I did see that he even criticized Survivor Series, which everything I've ever seen of him is him just, really praising everything WWE and Triple H do. Is there an opportunity for WWE to rebound from these past couple PLEs? And it doesn't say the calendar year of 2025. I've been pretty vocal. I haven't enjoyed 2025 in WWE as much as I would like to. Can they right the ship? And can they do it fast enough before attendance and ratings start to fall? 42,000 people paid for tickets in San Diego last night. That had to suck.
Hey.
A live wrestling show is always great. Don't get me wrong. But, brother, let me tell you, if I would have paid those kinds of prices, and that's what I would have gotten, I would have been unhappy.
Hey.
To put it lightly.
Did you see the fan on Raw?
Mm-mm.
Okay. There's a fan on Raw who said, TK, this is my last WWE Raw show I'm coming to. Because them prices, they outrageous prices.
Yeah, they are. They really are. I mean, we were looking at the prices for Raw coming to Cleveland. Looking at like the seating, like it's 2.5 times for similar seats to what we had last time we went to Raw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I looked at it. My one friend that when we went to go to Raw and all the pay-per-views, I'll get the same section, 110. And I told him, he asked me, was I buying tickets this year for Raw? I'm like, nah. He said, well, I said, you do realize when I bought us some tickets, that's how much it came out to, just for 3. And that's not even including the little aftermath taxes afterwards. So, nah.
Yeah, I think AEW is a great value for your money for a live wrestling show. I think probably some good indies. Extreme Fight World have a show right now. Dojo Wars going on right now in Euclid, Ohio. Live on YouTube. Guys can go and subscribe to those guys. But yeah, man, I think for overall value being a WWE fan, man, it's probably not worth going to these PLEs. Those ticket prices are what you're getting. There hasn't been a great PLE all year. Now, you always tell me this time of year that it's the Rumble slump, that we're in a slump till we get to the Rumble and things will turn around. Do you still carry that same confidence right now? Do you think WWE is going to turn this mess around?
Right now, I don't know. I don't know. That's my
Yeah,
answer. I can't tell you. I'll say it all depends on what's happening on that December 13th show. If that, besides the whole Cena retirement, if that show plays out good, just not based off of Cena's retirement, then you got something.
I really hope they go with Gunther retiring Cena and let Gunther just brutalize him so we can just make him more of a monster heel. I'm afraid it's going to be Jey Uso. I'm afraid the match isn't going to be good. I've defended Jey all year that he's not just an entrance. I would like to thoroughly retract that statement today. He did the yeet in the middle of WarGames. And Dusty Rhodes is rolling over in his grave. And I'm a big one. I mean, I'm so adamant. Wrestling is supposed to be fun. I'm a fan of fun. I like stuff. There's a time and a place. There's a time and a place. Wasn't the time, certainly wasn't the place. But yeah, I feel like they're probably going to do Jay versus John.
That's gonna be the biggest dislike. Oh Lord.
And I think there's a thing happening right now in WWE where it's a little bit of that Vince McMahon pettiness of I'll tell the fans what they want. They don't tell me what they want. Now they have about face. TKO has like the fans wanted to keep our truth and they re-signed him. But I think that there's a bit of we're just gonna keep cramming this person down their throat. Vince did it with Roman. Hunter does it with Jay. And I just don't think it works anymore. Like,
I can say this. The only difference is Vince knew he'd be a star. This might take some time, but eventually he knew he would be the star that we wanted. He was thrown down the face. Now, if you look at Jay on the Triple H side, you basically need someone for the kids.
I agree with that. I do think Jay is good for the kids to a degree, except that the thing that has made him wildly popular, he did while he was intoxicated at a press conference. He was drunk at work. A role model that is not.
All right. Cody was there too, don't forget.
And, man, the same for him.
Mhm.
Same goes for him. Speaking of Jay and his whole character, we teased the idea that Jay was going to turn heel for like a month. And then that was just totally dropped. Do you see them going back to that?
No. Jay's in the top 5 merch. He's in the top 5 in the merch. Oh, top 5, top 10, where you want to look at it. He's up there. Turn him heel. It'll be on one side. I would say it'd be a better decision for Jay to go back to heel and be somebody different than what he is right now. Business wise, bringing in money, them souvenirs, shirts, and everything. You don't want to mess that up. You really don't want to.
I mean, those Yeet shirts sell. I wonder what merch sales were like the weeks where Jay just wore the black tank top. I wonder if someone measured that metric and like, hey, you know what? We ain't selling as many shirts. Let's pull the plug on this.
I don't know. I just know if you look at it, the glasses, the shirt. I don't know if he got a hand. I don't know if he got that. He got a hand, don't he?
A foam finger? There's got to be a Yeet hand.
I think he got a unique hand.
I need to get these made in orange for Mark.
Yeah, I don't say that. Yeah, you just need them. You don't want to mess up that money coming in off of one person. And I mean, he ain't stone cold because he could be anybody, good or bad. They'll still buy it. But it's Jay. He ain't at that level yet.
Right. I don't know, man. It's tricky because, I love pro wrestling. I don't want to see WWE giving us a bad product. But I'm afraid as fans, 42,000 people showed up for what was, the biggest thing was they were seeing one of John's last matches, John's last PLE. I think that was more important than anything to the people who showed up live. But, man, it just wasn't great. And that bums me out. We look ahead, and there's a story going around that they've offered Chris Jericho a deal, for a retirement story in WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I've been pretty adamant that I think Jericho should go back to WWE, do the whole Hall of Fame thing. Now, whenever I kind of sit back, I look at John's retirement tour. Then I look back at Sting's retirement in AEW. Then I look at what could be for Chris Jericho. I don't know if they would do Jericho's retirement right in WWE or not.
I say this. I would say Jericho would come out better than Cena. Because you got to think, Cena, he still got his other gigs outside of wrestling. So he had certain dates, certain times he had to be somewhere. And with Jericho, he could put his band to the side just for one whole year and be fine.
He has the cruise set up for 2026. There are no AEW talents currently booked for the cruise.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know the cruise. I thought the cruise was going to be canceled. I thought they canceled the cruise this year.
Nope, you can get tickets today. They're available. It's not going to be in February like normal. It's going to be in November, I think, 2026. But last time I seen, there was no AEW talents booked for the cruise.
Okay. Never mind, y'all. Never mind. But hey, that's a good thing. November is dead time. So he got time, and that's why.
There's
It can
time.
work out.
There's time. Two questions for you before we. I don't know. Do you even have a wrestler match of the week?
Yes. The match of the week was with Fletcher and Okada.
That was a good match.
Fletcher and Okada.
It was a very good match. My wrestler of the week goes to Dom. It was the only enjoyable match for me truly on the PLE. So I got to give it to Dom. Give it to Cena. It just sounds like really just glazing him. So I'm gonna give it to Dom. As we sit here, it's what? November 30th. We have two big things on the horizon in WWE. My first question for you: who do you think is going to be John's final opponent?
So, okay. So we got LA, Gunther, Solo, J. If I had to do it right, if this is me, out of all four, I'd rather be Solo. I'm saying Solo because Gunther, he had the world title, longest Intercontinental champion ever in history. He passed. He did his mark. He good. He ain't got nothing to worry about. Facing John Cena, probably be a milestone to his career, but basically, he's gonna be ahead. So he good. LA Knight.
Yeah, he doesn't have to have it. You're right. Gunther doesn't have to have John's career on his mantle.
Same thing for Jay. Look at Jay. He had the world title. Number time tag team champions. He good. He don't need it. LA Knight. He good. He got the charisma. But he just, I think he passed his prime. Just saying the nice way, y'all. Now, the reason why I picked Solo, I'm picking Solo because I would think back to John Cena's time when he came up. He was young. He came in the game young. He did his first challenge against Kurt Angle. And I would think Cena would want someone younger, not in his age, to be his final opponent. I said it before. I said Dirty Dom was probably going to be his final opponent. I was right. He was the final opponent at PLE, so I give myself credit for that.
Way to twist the history to make yourself right.
Bam! So I was right about that. Now, if you look at Solo's career, what he got going on right now, he got a lot of things.
MFTs.
He got the MFT. He was in the bloodline. He was everything.
He's beaten John. He has beaten John Cena.
That too. Now, out of all those four that's left, Solo is like the main person that's young that could do it. That could probably be in WWE for another 15 years, while the rest probably got less than that. And then you look at Solo, he's the only person within 4 years? Yeah, 4 years. That's pinned Cena. He has a legit reason. And Cena probably want to go out with a bang against the last one person that pinned him. And that's Solo. And Cena always says he looking out for the future of the business. And he want to pass it on. And right now, out of all the four, Solo is the youngest. Solo, what, about 30-ish? He's like early 30s. He's right there.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not against Solo being the guy. I'm really not. Poses an interesting question because he wasn't supposed to be there. Penta was supposed to win that match.
Yeah.
So if Penta was supposed to win that match, was Penta going to be the guy?
That I don't know. Because I heard this rumor. I heard he was supposed to win. But like they said on the WWE Netflix series, things happen, things change. We can have a backup plan. And they can make something happen.
Trunk says Edge takes out the winner backstage. I said it out the gate. I'll say it again. There's no way it's Edge.
Yeah, I don't know. But I would say, I really hope it's not Gunther or Jay. There we go. I say that.
So I don't think Gunther needs it, right? But it would do something for him to have it. He doesn't have to have it. But he just had Cena's final match be a squash. And Gunther just mauls John. And it's brutal. Kind of tough to watch, like him and Dragunov. Gunther becomes a bit more of a monster. And you need to end boss in WWE. Gunther's the only person who should be that guy. They haven't made Bronson Reed be enough of a monster to have him be that guy, and then throwing him in a group hurts him. Gunther did just end Goldberg. So I mean, yeah, it's another thing you can do for Gunther. He can stake claim to be. I'm the guy who puts the old guard out the pasture. I'm the last stop on your way to the retirement home. And then if you're going to be doing a storyline with Jericho for his retirement, if you're going to do a story for AJ Styles and his retirement, you then have the guy who sends them all packing. If you have Gunther beat John, the following Monday on Raw, he can come out to a chorus of boos. And he can just let everyone know, I'm going to make this easy for everyone. AJ Styles wins your last date because I'm going to be the guy who sends you packing. Yeah, Trunks says new legend killer. It doesn't necessarily have to be a new legend killer, like, because that was about Randy wanting to step on them on his way up. Gunther can just say, "I just want all you gold guys out of here. You're stinking up the joint. You're not what you used to be. I respect everything you were, but you're not that anymore. It's time for you to go lay down. And if you won't sit down, I'm going to put you down." And that's it. And that becomes Gunther's character. If there's someone who's getting a little long in the tooth and you've been around a bit too long, the ring general is the guy who's going to put you in your rocking chair. And it's your choice. He can put you in a rocking chair. He can put you in a wheelchair. Whichever way you want to go out.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Triple H. I just booked your next 365 days of TV. The next question for you, Joe. Who wins the Rumble?
I would have to say Breaker.
Breaker wins the Rumble.
Breaker
wins the Rumble, faces CM Punk at Mania.
Yeah.
I
think they need to give it. They need to start focusing on the younger generation. And Breaker, 28, yeah. Win the Rumble. He could last long in that Rumble. Like, if they do it right, he could beat Daniel Bryan, being the longest in there. Be the first in there, last in there.
Have him be the Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
In this moment, Cuban Gorilla, Wrestling Cartel is the same thing. Right now, for me, because I just badly need heel Roman Reigns, I want Roman to win the Rumble, which is something I don't think I've ever said.
I go opposite. I say Breaker wins the Rumble. Roman wins the Chamber.
So I wouldn't have Roman win the Chamber. Mostly because I think the Chamber might be too brutal for Roman, but you can do a decent story to make Roman super heel Roman again in the Rumble. You get down to the final two, and it's Jay and Roman. And because Roman Reigns has always been the master manipulator of Jey Uso, Roman shouldn't throw Jay out. Roman should make Jay throw himself out. Let's get back to narcissistic Roman. Let's get back to him just being the narcissistic, insecure monster that he was in 2021, 2022.
We need that theme song back.
Yeah, get his theme song back and have him and just have it break down to him and Jay, and Roman just goes, "Do it," and have Jay just fight with the emotion. He goes, "Throw yourself over the rope. I'm the tribal chief, not you. You tried, you failed. You're not that guy. Throw yourself over." You could go one further. You could have Jimmy jump up there on the apron because maybe Jimmy was one of the last four and he's still lingering around, and have him jump up there and start talking to Jay. Maybe hyping Jay up, telling Jay not to do it. Don't do it. Go throw him out. Throw him out. And or Jay turns around to throw Roman out. Then Roman just boots Jay over the rope, clotheslines him over after Jimmy had him distracted. Or Jimmy pulls him over. Because no, we need Roman. Turn them all heel. Game shop. Check those guys out. If you want to get into some tabletop gaming, if you want to get into some Warhammer 40K, I really want to learn to play Warhammer or some type of tabletop war game. Don't they? Just seems like something I'd have fun with in the winter months. That's it for the Weekend Wrestling Show. Guys, go over to YouTube. Check out our friends at Extreme Fight World. The live show is going on right now on YouTube.
Okay. Well,
Go check them out.
let me see.
Razi Suave is going to be wrestling on that show. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll preview Raw.
And the Mystery Man.
And Mystery Man. You have your guess?
I know my guess, yes.
Do you want to reveal it today or you want to reveal it tomorrow? Tune in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow for our guesses of who the masked man was at WarGames. And feel free to drop your comments. We'll post it. Maybe I'll do a post of who is the mystery man. We'll talk about that tomorrow. All that and more. Don't say the F word. Go support independent podcasters, content creators, avoid private equity firms and other corporate shills. Go support your local game shops, local comic book shops, all those things.
Local comics in Parma.
Yeah. Go to North Coast Comics, Parma. Get yourself some comic books, buy some gift certificates for people. Go do all that great stuff. We'll be back tomorrow. We're out.